Well, I recently purchased this little HILIGHT. It's a P10S tactical LED flashlight. I got it from Amazon, and it was pretty well. It had a good number of stars in the rating, and I read some of the reviews and thought I'd give it a try. The price was right, and I actually like the light pretty well. It's got just a regular on, and then it's got a strobe. So, and it talks about how many lumens. I think it's like 250 lumens. Let me get my reading glasses on here and I'll share a little more technical detail with you. Now let's see, the P10S runs on a CR123 battery, which I like. It's easy to find those. The output lumens is 250 and the run time is 60 minutes, which is more than adequate for my purposes. Now it says that the length is 3 inches overall, the height is 1.5 inches, and the weight is 2.4 ounces, so that's certainly manageable. Now I got this light with the hopes that I could put it on my concealed carry, which in this case is a Springfield XD9. It's got a little rail mount underneath, and I guess I probably should have had a clue. The rail mount is only 1 inch long, and so if you look at it right up to where that little bar will catch, it's right at about 1 inch, and this will hit the trigger guard, and that little bar that would come into that rail lock system is about 1.5 inches. So that put the Springfield XD out of the running. And then my next hope was that it would fit on this little Ruger SR22. And it's got, 3 little catches for the latch system on the light, but it is also just 1.5 inches of space on this rail, and it looks like it's going to fit. I mean, it starts to go on there pretty good, but the trigger guard will just bump it, and I can't really seem to get it to go any further than that. Well, rather than give the light up, I went down to a pawn shop and I found this little Mossberg 20 gauge for not too terribly much. And so I decided I was going to make it my nightstand gun. But I really need a light, so what I'm going to do is just get it mounted on here. And I've already drilled one hole, just a little 1/4 inch hole, and I'm using these screws that came with it. They're not really wood screws, and they're not real long. But, well, there's some short ones and some longer ones. I'm going to use these longer ones. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and pre-drill that and get it in there and see if this light will mount up to this little shotgun and see if it'll be able to stand the punishment of the recoil of a 20 gauge. Alright, I've got this lined up. I went down and sighted down the barrel, went across the trigger guard and down the back end of the stock, and so it looks like it's pretty well lined up. Now I'm going to just get another little hole kind of tapped in here. I think this is hard wood. Because that other screw bit pretty well, so I want to go ahead and see if I can get this one to go in there now. I'm using a pair of vice grips to help me get a grip on this Allen wrench. And usually after a few turns, it seemed like it was starting to get in a bite, and then it would pull itself down in there. But you just got to try and not do too much weeble wobbling with it. Now you don't want to go too far. Just got to kind of feel, and when you seems like you've got it on there pretty good, you don't want to strip that wood out. Looks like I could probably put just another 1/8 of a turn on it. That's pretty good. That feels pretty solid. Now let me see if that light will slide on there. There it goes. Yeah, I think that'll probably get the job done. I'll take it out and give it a test and make sure the recoil won't pop it off of there. Now, if you was a burglar, that'd be about the last thing you'd want to see or hear.